Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome to a video on Thursday. I was thinking like how many videos are recorded? No, this is actually the first. And I hope you're doing well. I've got a bit more energy. It's actually taking the entirety of the day for me to get enough energy because COVID has zapped whatever energy I had to get to this video, and then I'm kind of like I straight have to go to bed. That's how kind of like zapped. This kind of gets you surprising. As said, like I think a couple of days ago, was when picking up COVID. This is the first time I've ever had COVID in the 2 years it's known as a pandemic. So yeah. In any case, this is not, but it's not an update on me. But I'm fine. By the way, again, thank you everybody for the well wishes. I know Brian's taken a few more days off. Brian Grant. And there's actually a couple of other people who've got COVID at the same time. So it's always a worst case scenario. Okay, we're going to be talking about Battlegrounds. Okay. I decided to make a video on this one and kind of do a video now because I was going to save it for MCN, but I think it's very relevant now because some new information has come out and it's all about matchmaking. And so you know, as of last month, Kabam were taking sandbagging and matchmaking incredibly seriously at the moment. And that is something that they did put in their address back on the 18th of November, which was last week. We've seen a number of users with very high prestige using some very low ranked champions all the way down to 2 stars. What a weird thing to do. Again, very debatable about the situation around sandbagging or kind of like using a more wider breadth of roster going down to lower levels. Is it a good strategy? Is it not? Again, it's very much on the fence with that kind of thing. So Kabam decided to change up some of the matchmaking parameters to help ensure users won't have any reason to not bring their top teams to Battlegrounds Arena. These changes will be going live shortly after Season 3 starts. Now, it did get me thinking, and this is basically the topic, is whether this has gone live or not. But it did get me thinking around the situation of relics. Now, here's the thing when it comes to relics. I'm not personally going to rank up my relics even that much, because here's the thing, like I'm still undecided. But here's the thing, whilst I'm undecided on the situation of relics, and while I'm not acquiring more, opening more, ranking up more, I'm basically able to then get more lower matchmaking as a result. And there could be some other players that would rank up their relics and then be put up to a level similar to mine, like maybe about 15,127. So therefore, like they would theoretically get me matched up to me, and that would be unfair against them. I think there's still ways that you can manipulate that system more extensively. But I think that there's still kind of there's scope for that to be a thing. By the way, if you're kind of wondering, is that going to be something I'm going to do? No, as you can see, I've only just started off my season yesterday, and even then it was a struggle for me to get through it because I was just feeling like rubbish. I hold back a cough right there. So my head and my reaction time and stuff is completely off at the moment. Again, COVID brain. But the point to get to is matchmaking. Matchmaking is a very kind of important thing at the moment, and Kabam gave assurances that that matchmaking would be dealt with, which by November 23rd, it's a case with the new season, which you think it would go live. There was definitely questions, like as Kabam Jax put yesterday, the plan changes to Battleground matchmaking will have now been implemented. Manipulating your decks will no longer get you a favourable matchup. This should prevent sandbagging moving forward. But again, is that based on your deck's prestige or your actual account prestige? Which again is a bone of contention, because you may have, and this is the thing that I kind of I would say right here. It's all well and good if for me personally, I've got a prestige of Doctor Doom, I've got Quicksilver, I've got APOC, and I've got King Groot. Now, some of those might be at 200 signatures, some not. It doesn't necessarily mean that I've got the strongest deck. And again, it's going to be debatable, because then it's just down to okay, what did I perform well on the day? Did I not? And the same thing with, there could be some other people that are specifically ranked up just a few 6 stars to get the best prestige, and therefore their overall kind of pair of matchmaking could be terrible, and they're forever having that because that particular prestige, it doesn't doesn't reflect that when it comes to the strength. Now, again, I don't know the parameters of how the matchmaker works, and if it is based on that, then that's not the way it should be, and Kabam need to learn from that. But in any case, let's get back to the subject of the video, and that is sandbagging. Sandbagging very much still exists. I know there was a player that reached out to someone's son on Twitter, and a few other people as well have kind of said like, oh, sandbagging is, I think even like Corey said as well, like sandbagging be dealt with. The answer is no. In a nutshell, no, it's not been dealt with. There's also some serious questions I think to be had on this stuff. There really is, but hey ho. There's also some other stuff where people are being a bit kind of let's say cheeky with it by fielding like more powerful defenders, and as a result, you know, all you need to do is just pause the fight and then go and have a brew, go and have a piss, and then all of a sudden you're in a situation of, oh yeah, you just lost on points, because even though the defender's health is still high, that the kind of like other stuff as well, is the parameter, which is the, you know, attack HP remaining is still high. I mean, that's not really the point. Attack HP, yes, okay, good, high, 15,000 points. But then the other parameter of the fight is like actually doing the fight, trying to take down the enemy as much as possible. Yeah, that's kind of like is a bit sucky then, because you know, this particular player may have had like a less than strength roster. So yeah, sandbagging still a thing. But as I said, it becomes a problem because we still don't know the parameters of how the extent of prestige is put in as an algorithmic pair up for matchmaking. We don't know yet. I don't know if it is a case. It's on that, like, it's on your prestige of your top 5 champions or whatever kind of like champions. Then the question would be like, well, is that exactly a fair kind of like parameter to kind of like pair stuff up? So I'm sure some people will say yes. For me personally, looking at it, I don't think that's the case. It should be a case that the algorithm of matchmaking is fairly pitting you against like who you should be facing off against based on the strength of your deck and also the volume of champions at the specific ranks. Like if you've got 10 6-stars at rank 4, you've got 5 6-stars at rank 3 and 5 5-stars at whatever rank and whatever other champions, and you should find it might mean the matchmaking takes a lot longer, but that's the thing about having fair matchmaking, which again is one of Kabam's biggest mistakes when it came to Realm of Champions, and it's definitely something that you'd hope that they'd learn lessons from now. And as I said, like, it'll take many seasons for Kabam to get Battlegrounds right. Great game mode, it just needs work. It's not a finished article. It's broken in a lot of areas, but it is a good new mode that Kabam have added into the game. In any case, I digress, and to the point. The point is that matchmaking's not been fixed, and sandbagging still works. So as Kabam say here, so it appears we jumped the gun with communicating the changes to matchmaking. For transparency, everything looks like it should be working, but it's not. The team is investigating much deeper into these issues, and we're hoping to have answers soon. Apologies. As I said, like there's a lot of questions that still need answers from when it comes to Kabam on matchmaking, just fairness around the game mode, and there's a lot of things to this particular situation of matchmaking. You want a fair matchmaking situation, and so do I. But at the same time, it's never going to be there. And I think that's when relics, rank 5 6-stars, which is likely to be happening soon, and how that kind of like impacts stuff with prestige. And the way that, you know, I said that, like, if we're still in a situation in game where there's nothing like a deck related prestige, and I don't know that. Somebody was talking in the forum thread about a deck PI. Didn't think that was a thing. I thought this was all based on well, I'm not sure what it was based on. And that's just the thing, finding it from Kabam of like, well, how are they doing this? And that's like, this is one of the biggest problems that happened with Marvel Realm of Champions, and how it was unfairly matching players that had premium gear within that game. The same way that now we are in the same situation where you've got relics, you'll have rank 5 6-stars, and in the future you'll have 7-stars, and how much of a, you know, fairness that will create around creating a fair matchup. And you're kind of looking at a situation, even for me as a Paragon player, like, and be a non-spending Paragon player, like I won't be able to compete with those that will have like extensive and more powerful relics. Yes, I'll do my arena grinding. Yes, I'll do my Cyber Weekend and July 4th deals. But will it allow me to get gains? And will it allow me to kind of like then feel like, okay, well, am I making subsequent gains that is worth me doing? Like a full investment into my account? Like, there's a lot of key questions. I think the point to get to is a lot of key questions. So yeah. Kabam obviously have a lot of work to do with this particular game mode and giving it some kind of like fair and competitive like edge to it, which it just doesn't have at the moment. The amount of work still required to like handle modders and cheaters is still something that this particular mode, which is a great mode, is just going to take a lot. Like it's not to me, it's Season 4, maybe even now Season 5, and it may get worse. Like, we still do not know. We're in the very early stages of how the impact of relics, and then it'll be rank 5, 6 stars, and then it'll be like 7-star champions. Like, at the moment, it's relics. We just have to see what the impact is of that, and also this matchmaking issue that needs to be dealt with, and how fairly Kabam can go about like dealing with this. So we'll have to hope for the best, and we'll keep up to date and cover this as we get more info. But yeah, just wanted to do a video, and we've got an MCN tomorrow. I'm hoping to be well, but you know, we'll have to see. And then we got the Cyber Weekend coverage, so look out for Cyber Weekend coverage coming tomorrow. And that's been a video. Thank you very much for watching. Check out some other content located on screen, and I'll see you all in the next video whenever that is. Cheers. Bye bye.